see when you log into Brightspace or our instance of Brightspace if you've not had the opportunity to do that yet. All of our pilot faculty, to the best of our knowledge, has been able to get in. I'm just waiting to hear back from a few more, but I just wanted to provide that. So for those of you that are just joining us and weren't in the last session, I'm Teresa Gilliard-Cook. I am the Senior Instructional Designer. I am also joined with Kathy Dutton, by Kathy Dutton and Nicole Decker from CTS, and instructional designers Carrie Mosick and Doug Hemphill. So I just kind of want to show you very briefly and quickly the different things you will see, and at least do some brief explanation of what each thing means. And like, you know, Kathy, Nicole, Doug, and Carrie will jump in if I forget something. So you may hear all of us telling you different things. So when you go to log in, you will go to oswego.edu/mylearning, and I do have that up here. So I just logged in and I logged out, so I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen. Oh, isn't this always fabulous? Okay, I do have that.
Lisa, it says Owego, not Oswego.
Right, you forgot the S.
Oh yeah, and we do know, many of us do know that Owego is a real place. Thanks, Casey. So normally what would happen is you would go through a screen for the Oswego authentication that would ask for your net ID and password. Because I was just logged in, it's still showing me that. So when you see that, that's normal. Please keep in mind that MFA, or multi-factor authentication, is not currently part of the login process at this moment for logging into Brightspace, but it will. And if I remember correctly, we're looking on or about June 13th. And that's, okay, so that's
Yeah,
what
and when that happens, it will be just the same way that you log into Blackboard right now with your full email address. So we're changing authentication services.
So I'm just going to change my view. Just remember that the members of the DLE support team, we have administrator access. So some things look a little bit different for us than they will for you. So I'm going to go in as an, I'm trying to give you an instructor view. And again, there still may be things I can still access through this view that you might not be able to. So this icon here, if you are anywhere in your courses or anything, if you click on that, that will take you right back to this homepage. Oswego resources, again, as our help desk, my Oswego, our the SUNY DLE website, the college bookstore, and Title IX. These are different things that we do need to provide to our students and to have access to ourselves. We have a link to Penfield Library, providing a link to the academic calendar. And I think this is useful for all faculty, but I think particularly for our online faculty, because there are certain days that we shouldn't have assignments due. And faculty teaching online should correlate as much as possible to the classroom schedule. So that's why we've included that. But again, I think it's helpful for all of us. Brightspace resources. We have things from Brightspace. So the Brightspace Help for Learners and the videos. We also have specific stuff for instructors. Go ahead, Kathy.
I just wanted to back up to the Oswego resource one.
Oh, yes.
I need to change that to the Oswego DLE website. When I initially created this navigation, we did not have our website up yet. And I think I'm going to do that right now because I keep forgetting.
Okay, so you'll see that's changed. So as you can see, we're still dealing with stuff and trying to deal with stuff on the fly as well. So I think all of us just maintaining a sense of humor as we work through this will really allow us all to at least get through this fun summer. All right, so I showed you the Brightspace resources. You could, there's video tutorials. You can search the Brightspace community. Sometimes that can be a little confusing. They do have some really good materials out there, but sometimes it's not as easy to find as one would like. And then of course the system check, just like we had in Blackboard. The quick eval, I think, is a really neat tool. If you think of it as a dashboard of course activity and what has been submitted by students. So if you're using Brightspace for multiple courses, you can do a quick view like this and see what's been submitted for which of your courses and you know, some other materials in here. And I think that can be really helpful, especially as you're thinking about, you know, going in and grading. So I'm going to go back out to the home page. Here, go ahead, Kath.
I'm sorry, I can't see the Zoom screen because I'm actually doing what I said I was doing. Casey has a question, and instead of typing it, so right now, what is supposed to happen is students do not see the Brightspace instructor resources, and we do not have mentors or TA roles set up, but there's valid reason why we would want to. I don't think that mentors would need to see the instructor resources because they're just basically a student. But for the other roles, we can give them access to that because we control that. So that's a really good point, Casey. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, and then another reason why we like to do these is because we get questions like that, because we don't think, it's not that we don't think, it's just that with everything we're trying to put together, we do miss things. So any kinds of ideas and suggestions you have too, I would also encourage you to throw them, you know, send them to the help desk as well, because I think that all that can do is help us do a better job supporting you. Okay, so this item here, the waffle, I don't know if that's the technical name for it, but that's what we've been calling it. You have one that's similar in Google. If you use that, because if you click on that in Google, it shows you all the other items you have available through the Google Suite. But if you click on this here, it's a way you can search the courses or your courses. Okay. So if you were looking for, say you were looking for a, even though they wouldn't be here right at the moment, maybe a summer 20 course, you would be able to do, 20 SU, and it would probably, and then at that point it would find all of your summer 20 courses if they were in here. Okay. The other thing you can do is you can pin courses to the waffle. So for example, you could consider pinning your current semester courses there. So they're the ones that come up first. And then it would make it easier for you to find them very quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. This is a message alert. So if you get some different messages from students or through the course messages, this here is subscription alert. So if you're subscribed to any of your, say, your discussion forums for your students, it would just give you an alert there. And then there's update alerts there that come from the system and from other places. Off the top of my head, I'm not sure where else they come from. So as you scroll down, these announcements, Kathy, correct me if I'm wrong, these announcements are primarily system announcements, or would they also be announcements from their courses as well?
Let me find my Zoom window.
It's the announcements right on the
so it's supposed to be a combination.
Okay.
So
right,
campus announcements and any course announcements.
Okay. I wasn't 100% sure. That's why I was asking. And then down here, when you get into my courses, please note that because I'm one of the system administrators, I'm seeing a lot more things here. But when you log in, you will see the conversion semester, the CPD pilot semester. And if you are not teaching in summer, the fall 22 semester, okay? The conversion semester is where your course content will be copied into if we do the copy. And I'm not sure if it would, is that where we would also have them put their content if they did a self migration?
It would go right into their fall 22 course shell.
Okay, thank you. I thought so, but I wasn't 100% sure. And then the CPD pilot semester. If you don't see that when you first log in, you will shortly after. What that is that's the asynchronous modules that are being provided through the Center of Professional Development to all faculty. So this is going to be that tool that I mentioned in a couple of other sessions that you can do on your own pace, and it may take you some time. And if you're interested in getting the certificate provided by the Center of Professional Development, you would also need to complete all of those modules and the various activities associated with them.
So there's a question about student emails. Were you going to talk about that?
I wasn't, but we can.
Okay, so the emailing system is internal. It's kind of like with Blackboard, think about the course messaging system. However, we do have a notification of the email that is sent to the student's campus email address, and it is the body of the email. But for them to reply, they must go back into your Brightspace course. If they tried to reply to the email like they could in Blackboard, it will just bounce back.
Thank you, Kathy. So the other thing you will see here with your courses is that you will see courses that are inactive. So, and you will be able to open up your courses and close your courses like you always have. And then you can also see the courses that are currently open. So in this case, this is Serenity Sutherland's course. She's teaching a course for the session 1-2 pilot. So you can see her course is open. What's really nice here is you can see just by a quick skim there's some assignment submissions and some unread discussion posts. And now this number is based on me, not on the fact that none of them have been read, because if you were in the session we did yesterday with the pilot faculty, you would see that that's much more current when because we showed a video for with some feedback from Serenity. So all right, so I'm just going through my notes because I want to make sure I hit as much as I can because we don't have a lot of time. But again, if any of you've been through say the CPD sessions or have had opportunity to go into the sandbox, some of this you may already be familiar with, and it's there's not a lot here that could be relatively new. Okay, so
I wanted to, Teresa, to let
yes.
faculty know, just kind of scroll up. This is the Oswego homepage, and this will be changing some as we get those third-party tools in. So like Starfish will be going, there'll be a widget. These little buckets are now called widgets. They're no longer modules. So there will be a widget on there for Starfish. And we will also have the Quickly course tools. It just the integration hasn't been set up yet. So you will still have the ability to make your courses active using Quickly. And you should still be able to email using Quickly. It's not set up, so we haven't been able to kick the tires yet.
Okay, so I'm going to go into Serenity's course very quickly, just to give you again a broad view of what you'll probably see when you go into a course. And I'm using her course only because she showed it yesterday. So again, you have your course home, which is this. You have a pull down for content, which takes you into your modules. Course activities provides you with a list of the various activities that are in your course or that you might want to set up. My performance is we set it up as a way for students to be able to see how they're doing in a class. So you see class progress and their grades. Course tools, again, these are the course tools, but if I'm not mistaken, Kathy, the third-party tools will show here or no?
It depends on the
Okay.
tool. A lot of them are showing up when you go to content and you're creating new content. There is, if you click on, yeah, just scroll down.
Right, it would be in the scrolling.
Well, no, so they're funky. They all
Okay.
work differently.
Okay,
And it will say usually from an external tool.
got it, okay. Okay, so you have your course tools for announcements, checklist groups. The roster allows you to see the full course roster. And these are the intelligent agents. And I'm pretty sure John and Maggie will probably talk more about those. But for those of you that are familiar with them, these were tools this was a specific tool we had in Angel where you could personalize messages to students, which again, in the research shows that can be beneficial to student engagement in your course. And then you have your help pull down again that with our help desk, the SUNY help desk, and the variety of other resources that are available to you. All right, I have about 2 minutes, so.
So I just want to say 2 quick things about your course homepage is that you do not have the ability to change that top navigation, and you do not have the ability to change the course homepage. Eventually, it would be nice to be able to give you some latitude on changing your course homepage, but right now there is permission settings that prevent us from being able to do that.
Arvind, go ahead, you have a question.
Yeah, my question is when we self-migrate courses from Blackboard, where will they land here on Brightspace?
You will have to then go to your fall 22 course and then go through the import function.
Okay. Thank you.
And the course tools, this is worth noting. So if you can click on the course tools, we can add that course administration has all the tools on it. And if there's tools that get used a lot, we can put them on there. And I will probably, like the external learning tools, I can start adding those to that list so you don't have to drill in here now that we figured out how to do it with them looking nice.
So I think actually this brings us to something here that I think can be really helpful. When you're thinking about your course and doing the variety of things that you do, you have these course administration tools that you can utilize. You can have it set up by category, or you can do it by name so it's alphabetized. So this might be, this is something that can be really helpful. And for those of you that have taken the CPD training, this is where you would find the course builder tool, which can be really helpful when you're bringing content over and you need to move things around. This tool does really help with that. It makes it a lot easier and faster. So we are over time at the moment, but I'm hoping this little bit will help you all to at least get started in there. Again, we will be offering we will be doing office hours all summer, and all of those hours are posted up on the DLE website. There's the CPD training. You can certainly ask questions of the support team by going to help@oswego.edu. So I appreciate you all coming. Arvind, did you still have a question, or is your hand just still up?